And let me add, I'm also a great admirer of our great mayor, Michael Bloomberg. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for being here today. Welcome to New York City and Columbia University. I bring you a warm welcome from our president, Lee Bollinger, who could not be with us here today, but asked me to welcome you on behalf of the university. And I'm pleased to welcome you to the first C40 Women4Climate conference at Columbia University. Our full name is Columbia University in the city of New York, and we're very proud of being a part of this city. It is incredibly exciting to have Columbia University as the host for this important event. The room you're sitting in used to be the reading room when this was a library, and so it's a place where people learned a lot, and I believe we'll be learning a lot today. Today's conference brings together citizens, business, and academic leaders alongside mayors to demonstrate and advocate for the extraordinary women leadership in climate policies in cities across the globe. Leadership, action, and innovation are required on both the global and local scale to meet our world's climate change challenges. Women leaders are needed now more than ever to continue making progress on climate change and sustainability. Now, we here at Columbia University have been at the forefront in climate research for decades. Our scientists at the Earth Institute's Lamont Doherty Earth Observatory were the first to show the role of the global ocean in climate, produced the first quantitative prediction of the El Nino effect, and produced the first map of the ocean floor. None of this would have been possible without the extraordinary women scientists that worked and continue to work here at Columbia. Let me name a few of them in case you don't know them. Lisa Goddard, who runs our International Research Institute on Climate and Society, trying to bring climate science into the real world directly. Cynthia Rosenzweig, who many of you know, who's dedicated to climate research and a proven leader within the New York City panel on climate change and urban climate change research. Madeline Thompson, who is working to understand the impact of climate change on health, particularly in the developing world. Robin Bell, who was instrumental in launching a major multinational effort to study the polar regions of our planet and the implications of climate change. And finally, the late Marie Tharp, who was a pioneering map maker of the ocean floor and who made vital discoveries that we build climate science on. And this is a long tradition. And speaking of impressive women, it's now my pleasure to introduce you to our next speaker, Amina J. Mohammed, who, as most of you know, was recently sworn in as Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations. She was formerly Nigeria's Minister of Environment, where she steered her country's efforts to protect the natural environment and conserve resources for sustainable development. Prior to this role, Mohammed served as Special Advisor to Secretary General Ban Ki-moon on post-2015 development planning, and she was instrumental in bringing about the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, including the Sustainable Development Goals. And before joining the UN, she worked for 3 successive administrations in Nigeria, serving as Special Advisor on the Millennium Development Goals, providing advice on issues including poverty, public sector reform and sustainable development, and coordinating poverty reduction interventions. She has an impressive record as a champion of sustainability, economic development, and gender equality. So please join me in welcoming Amina Mohammed.